Yesterday, FunPimp's employee Roland updated the 7 Days to Die Alpha 21 dev diary to include a roadmap to gold and beyond, and that roadmap includes 5 major features that the devs would like to see when 7 Days to Die goes gold. For those that don't know, going gold essentially just means when the game is done and fully released, meaning these 5 things are the features that the FunPimps want to be in the game when it's finally finished. And those are Bandits, the armor rework, a weather rework, factions and story, and the Steam workshop support. Now, one thing you might notice is a little note at the bottom saying Bandits are unlikely to be ready for Alpha 21, but should be good for Alpha 22. This was actually confirmed by Rick and Joel in Guns, Nerds and Steel's exclusive interview, which I'm not going to sit here and dissect for views or use any clips from. It's a very good video from a very good content creator, and I'm not going to rip off his video. The full video will be linked in the description. It is a really good video, and it's the first time we've heard Rick and Joel sit down and talk about the game since Alpha 20 came out. But one important thing I will talk about from it is that Rick said they wanted the Bandits to be fully finished when they came out, and he went on to clarify that they're coming along but won't be in the game in Alpha 21, which means unfortunately, as some have suspected, Bandits are going to be delayed again. Not surprising, since the drone, another major AI project for the game, also took much longer than expected. Ultimately, I do respect their decision to not give us Bandits half-baked. Bandits are a heavily hyped up feature that have the potential to really sour some people's opinions on the game if implemented poorly. So it's wise that they're swallowing their pride and delaying them, even if it would have been preferable to see them sooner rather than later. Interestingly, it seems the armor rework is also being delayed yet again, from Alpha 20 to Alpha 21 and now to at least Alpha 22. Again, this was a very poorly received concept when the devs first showed it off a few years ago, so I'm glad to see the devs have heard the cries of anguish about that feature and decided to give it more time in the oven. Weather is also pretty interesting. I'd actually not heard of any desire to change the weather system in 7 Days to Die up until now. I'm glad it's happening. Weather is a really nice environmental effect. It can really change the way a game feels when it's implemented correctly. Maybe we'll get biome-specific hazardous weather like blizzards, sandstorms, or radiation storms, things that maybe damage you if you're outside, or place an even bigger emphasis on making shelter or taking cover in POIs and getting stuck in there overnight. But I really don't know, that's just wishful, indulgent speculation at this point. And that never really gets us anywhere, as fun as it would be to spend hours thinking about things. Factions and story is of course just the planned reputation system for the game, with a couple of factions who you can do missions for and gain favour with, along with the actual narrative of the game, centering around the Duke, the antagonist of the story. We also see Steam workshop support. This feature isn't important to me personally, as I'm more than capable of installing a mod without needing Steam, but for many people, installing mods can be difficult and overwhelming at first, and they refuse to play with mods until Steam Workshop is implemented. This could be a great injection of life into the game and make mods even more popular than they already are, now that the less tech-savvy gamers out there can just press a button to get any mods they want via Steam. Now, we don't know if this is a specific Alpha 22 roadmap, or just in the future we would like to situation, but these are some pretty heavy features that would bring the game a lot closer to its original vision of a finished game. The devs have also stated that after the game is done, a small team will continue to support and update 7 Days to Die, with the rest of the team moving on to other projects, meaning we'll likely see performance improvements, bug fixes, rebalances and DLC after the game is done, which is good to know. For the first time in a decade, it feels like we may genuinely be within reach of the end of this game's development. Temreki's interview does have some news for you console players out there too, not to spoil anything, but I think you'll be excited. So to summarise, Bandits have been delayed, armor rework is still going ahead, a weather update is coming in the future, factions and story are obviously still on their way, and Steam Workshop support is now confirmed to be coming at some point, as well as post-launch support and DLC. So that was a quick 7 Days to Die news update. Be sure to like and subscribe and all that nonsense for more 7 Days to Die news and content. On the right, I'll have some other 7 Days to Die news videos that you can use to catch up if you're a little bit behind on your Alpha 21 news, and in the description you'll be able to find that interview with the devs. Tell Temreki I sent you. Thank you to my channel members and patrons for making this video possible, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.